What if every time they tried to break you, you grew stronger? What if every insult, every guilt trip, every silent punishment they used to control you became the very thing that made you untouchable? Most people never realize it, but emotional manipulation is the oldest weapon in human history. Wars, kingdoms, relationships, all have been ruled not by force, but by feeling. It's not the blade that wins, it's the reaction it creates. The moment you feel angry, desperate, or guilty, you've already handed them control. Look around, it happens every day. They test your patience just to watch you lose it. They withdraw affection to make you chase it. They say something cruel, then laugh, pretending it was a joke. It's a game, one they've mastered because you keep playing without knowing the rules. They control you not with strength, but with subtlety, with tone, with silence, with timing. And here's the truth, they'll never admit. Manipulation only works when you don't know it's happening. The moment you see it, the spell breaks. Because you can't be controlled by what you understand. Machiavelli knew this centuries ago. Those who control emotion, control perception, and perception rules everything. That's so the next time someone tries to play with your emotions, remember this, they're not seeking connection, they're seeking control. But once you stop reacting, once you stop giving them your power, the game collapses. And in that silence, you become the one in control. They never come for your mind first. They come for your emotions, because that's where you're most vulnerable. Manipulators don't attack directly, they plant thoughts, twist feelings, and let you destroy your own balance. They pull your strings with guilt, silence, sympathy, or anger, whatever makes you flinch first. It starts small, a subtle sigh when you speak, a carefully timed silence, a guilt trip disguised as care. After everything I've done for you, you've changed. You never listen anymore. Words that sound soft but land like traps. They make you feel bad for feeling right. They make you apologize for wanting peace. They hide their control inside emotion because emotion is harder to question than logic. They say they love you, then make you earn that love. They say they forgive you, then never stop reminding you of what you did. Every time you step back, they pull you in with sympathy. Every time you push forward, they punish you with distance. You think they're unpredictable, but they're not. It's all part of the pattern. The modern manipulator doesn't always shout or threaten. They text you just enough to keep you hooked, then disappear. They leave your messages unread, knowing you'll sit there waiting, wondering what you did wrong. They give you just enough affection to keep you loyal, just enough attention to keep you chasing. And when you finally start to pull away, they'll suddenly become kind again. A message, a call, a memory. You think it means they care. It doesn't. It means they felt your absence. Sometimes it's public. They'll make you the joke in front of others, then laugh it off with, "Relax, I was kidding." They'll smile while cutting you down, then blame you for being too sensitive. It's never about the moment, it's about control. They want you confused, doubting your perception, craving their approval. Because once you start chasing clarity from them, they've already won. And here's the cruelest part. When you finally react, they twist it. They call you dramatic, unstable, emotional. They provoke you and then use your reaction as proof that they were right all along. You end up apologizing for the pain they caused. That's how deep the manipulation goes. It rewrites your reality until you start thinking their abuse is your fault. This is the trap. You lose yourself one reaction at a time. They don't need to imprison you. They just need you to care too much. Because as long as they can make you feel, they can make you obey. But the moment you stop reacting, the moment you stop feeding the game, the spell starts to break. And that's when they lose the power they never actually had. Here's the truth, emotion is not weakness. Emotion is power. It only becomes weakness when you let someone else decide when and how you feel it. What destroys you isn't the presence of emotion, it's the absence of awareness. Most people live blind to the fact that their emotions are being used as strings, pulled and cut by those who understand them better than they do. But once you see the game, you stop being a piece on the board. You become the one who moves the pieces. Machiavelli knew this. He saw how rulers didn't just command armies, they commanded perception. They didn't need to be the strongest or the kindest. They only needed to control how others felt about them. Perception is power because people act on what they feel, not what they know. That's why the most dangerous person is not the one who shouts, but the one who stays calm while everyone else loses control. The calm person shifts perception without saying a word. They don't prove, they project, they don't react. They redefine the room. That think of a leader in crisis. The press attacks, allies panic, the world is watching. The weak leader shouts, scrambles, tries to fix everything at once and loses credibility. The strong one breathes, pauses, and speaks with precision. The chaos doesn't vanish, but people begin to believe again, not because he fixed the problem, but because his calm made them think it could be fixed. That's what Machiavelli meant by control through perception, emotion. Managed is influence gained. Or imagine a friend who twists reality until you start doubting your own memory. They call it just a misunderstanding, but every time you push back, they flip the story. They want you emotional, angry, defensive, desperate to prove your truth. But this time, you don't react. You look them in the eye and say, "I understand," then walk away. That silence hits harder than shouting ever could. You didn't play the game, and that's what ends it. Even in love, the rule holds. A partner pushes your buttons, waiting for the reaction that proves they still have control. You don't give it. You detach not from love, but from manipulation. You let their words fall empty, their silence hang unanswered. Suddenly, they're the one chasing balance. The one who once controlled your emotions is now confused by your stillness. That's the shift, the turning point. When you realize that calmness is not emptiness, it's strategy. That emotion is not your enemy, ignorance is. The moment you recognize manipulation for what it is, you strip it of its power. You stop trying to win with emotion and start winning with awareness. Because when everyone else is losing their composure and you remain still, the world begins to bend around your silence. And that silence becomes your weapon. The first principle of Machiavellian emotional defense is simple yet rare. Observe before you react. Most people rush to defend, explain, justify, or attack the moment they feel triggered. That's exactly what manipulators want. They feed on your speed. The faster you respond, the less you think. But when you delay even for a few seconds, the power shifts. Your pause becomes their discomfort. Imagine someone trying to provoke you during an argument. They expect fire, instant reaction. Instead, you just look at them, silent, analyzing. That quiet makes them nervous. They start talking faster, explaining, losing confidence. You haven't said a word, but you've already won the exchange. Observation exposes intention, and intention reveals truth. The second principle, control attention. Emotion feeds on focus. Whatever you focus on grows, whether it's love, pain, or conflict. Manipulators survive because you keep feeding them your attention. They want you to overanalyze their silence, chase their approval, prove your worth. But attention is energy, and Machiavelli knew that whoever controls focus controls the battlefield. The strategy is simple. Starve what doesn't deserve energy. When someone tries to guilt you, you don't argue, you disengage. You shift your focus to what strengthens you, not what drains you. Psychologists call it cognitive redirection. Machiavelli would call it discipline. What you ignore dies. The third law, mirror, don't absorb. Manipulators send emotion your way to infect you with it. Anger, shame, guilt, doubt. They want you to carry what belongs to them. But when you mirror instead of absorbing, you reflect their energy back without letting it enter you. Picture someone yelling in frustration, trying to bait you into reacting. Instead of matching their anger, you stay calm, maybe even mirror their tone slightly. "I can see you're upset." You acknowledge the emotion, but you don't internalize it. The energy bounces off you, back to its source. In psychology, this is called emotional detachment. In Machiavellian terms, it's self-preservation. The ability to see emotion without becoming it makes you nearly impossible to control. The last principle, turn silence into strategy. Silence is not emptiness, it's pressure. Most people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill it with explanations or apologies. But when you master silence, it becomes your sharpest weapon. A manipulator expects chaos. They want argument, reaction, proof that they've gotten inside your head. Instead, you give them stillness. That stillness makes them uncomfortable, uncertain, exposed. A calm person in a storm looks powerful because they see what others can't. That storms end, but consequences remain. Machiavelli's leaders knew this. Speak little, observe much, and act only when the timing amplifies your impact. These four principles, observing before reacting, controlling attention, mirroring without absorbing, and weaponizing silence form an invisible armor. Each one protects your emotional core while confusing those who try to manipulate it. Together they create a presence that others can feel but cannot touch. Because the calmest mind in the room doesn't just survive the game, it rewrites the rules entirely. When you start applying emotional control, everything begins to change. The same situations that once triggered you now pass through you like wind through glass. You stop reacting, and the world starts revealing itself. The people who once manipulated you begin to stumble, because their favorite buttons no longer work. Their guilt, their silence, their anger, their affection, none of it moves you like before. It confuses them. It exposes them. You start seeing how often people depend on your reaction to feel powerful. When they withdraw affection, you withdraw reaction. When they test your limits, you show none. When they raise their voice, you lower yours. You don't fight for dominance, you redefine it. You stop needing closure, because you see how closure was always another trap. One more way to keep you emotionally invested. You no longer chase answers that lead to more confusion. You let silence speak for you. The moment you stop reacting, you stop being predictable. And unpredictable people cannot be controlled. That's when the shift happens, when you move from victim to strategist. You're no longer playing defense. You're observing, waiting, deciding when and where to move. Your emotions become your allies instead of your chains. People start to feel your new energy before you even speak. It's calm, but heavy, controlled, but alive. Those who once tested you begin to hesitate because they don't know what you're thinking anymore. You're no longer transparent. Your calmness becomes your mystery. Your restraint becomes your reputation. Even your silence starts commanding respect. You walk into rooms differently now. Slower, grounded, deliberate. You're not trying to impress, not trying to prove, not trying to explain. Because control is something you carry, not something you show. Your relationships begin to filter themselves. The ones built on manipulation fade away, unable to survive without your emotional reaction. The ones built on respect grow stronger, because calmness attracts those who value peace. The world around you doesn't change, you do. And when you do, everything adjusts to match your new frequency. You stop being part of the noise. You become the stillness that silences it. In that stillness, you find your power, not the kind that dominates or demands, but the kind that doesn't need permission. You realize that you never needed to fight for control, you only needed to stop giving it away. Emotional control teaches you that power is not about having the last word, it's about not needing one. When they lie, you don't expose them, truth always reveals itself in time. When they provoke, you don't respond, their frustration becomes your victory. When they try to make you break, you show them that your silence is stronger than their manipulation. This is the transformation few ever reach. You become unshakable, not because you feel less, but because you've learned to feel wisely. You understand that real freedom isn't found in controlling others. It's found in mastering yourself. And the moment you achieve that, the moment you stand calm while the world screams for your reaction, that's the moment you stop being someone's target and start becoming your own power. Every manipulator's weapon is your reaction. That's how they pull you in, how they make you question yourself, how they keep you trapped in their game. The moment you react with anger, with fear, or with desperation, they win, because your reaction gives them energy, and your energy gives them power. But the instant you take that reaction away, the entire structure of their control begins to crumble. You become a mirror that reflects their chaos instead of absorbing it. You let their words echo in silence until they collapse under their own weight. In that stillness, they face something they can't manipulate themselves. You'll start to notice it. The quiet strength that comes from no longer reacting. Conversations that used to drain you suddenly feel light. Conflicts that used to scare you now feel predictable. People who once confused you now seem transparent. Emotional control clears your vision. You begin to see how easily others are moved by words, how often they trade peace for attention, how rarely they understand the value of silence. You'll never see the world the same way again. Machiavelli understood that power is not about aggression, it's about restraint. The one who holds back their emotion holds the balance of every interaction. The calmer you are, the more others reveal themselves. The quieter you become, the louder their insecurity grows. The less you react, the more control you gain. And that's why emotional mastery isn't just strength, it's strategy. So when someone tries to provoke you, when they twist your words, when they play with your emotions to test your patience, pause. Don't argue. Don't explain. Don't chase. Let silence do what anger never could. Every manipulator's weapon is your reaction. Take it away, and their power dies with it. Because the calmest response to manipulation is indifference. And indifference is the ultimate revenge.